And we're off.
Episode 43, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. It's 43, I believe. Welcome. Hello. It's been a pretty full-on weekend, I feel, of sporting excellence.
Well, one big thing.
One big thing.
I'm sure there was... Oh, no, there was... Oh,
England ladies
that was phenomenal.
won the World Cup.
What was quite nice to see about that was
so we've got to pause. We've got to, give it...
the credibility.
Yes, you can't talk over when we're saying England ladies, women's World Cup winners.
There ever any doubt? Maybe a little. Canada played well.
Well, they played very well, Canada.
Everyone thought it was going to be New Zealand, didn't they?
I think because Canada beat New Zealand, we all went, oh, hello. Because New Zealand were one of the top favourites.
But the England forward, I've forgotten her name. Dark hair, prop, I believe. There's photos of her sliding across the dressing room floor.
Yes.
And she had a dodgy knee before, but she's found that knee sliding sorts her knee out.
Perfect.
It's like brilliant.
Perfect. Yes, I've seen that. Hannah, I think her name is Hannah. I can't remember her name. Hannah something.
She's properly solid and just brilliant. Absolutely.
But I mean, sell-out stadium as well. 82 point something. And the men, when they won the World Cup in Australia, was 83,000. So it's the second biggest sellout audience for a World Cup final.
Well, as I was saying before, you rudely interrupted me.
You rudely interrupt me all the time.
Good. Was the amount of people that took their kids, daughters especially, to go and watch it. So Tracy, the physio we work with, took her daughter and said it was just a brilliant experience. And
there's some lovely footage actually of dads with their daughters who are about 10 or 8 or 10 together watching them and just smiling and just loving.
And it was nice. I mean, the England forwards were so powerful, but it was nice to see, what's her name? Kildun run one of her Maisie runs and get the crowd lit up. Yeah, it was very good. But yeah, Canada scored first, so that must have got a little bit nerve-wracking.
Well, it fires you up sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So well done, ladies. Fantastic job. Thank you very much.
I imagine grassroots girls rugby now will grow because I
think women's sport generally, the football won Euros and then the rugby girls have won the World Cup. So boys, get a grip on.
And now they're talking about doing a women's Lions tour to New Zealand. I think 2027.
Yes.
And Mitchell, the head coach, is trying to get it, but I think ideally it sounds like they're looking for a female coach in the long term.
Well, okay, so rugby, brilliant, well done, and then we had the Ryder Cup.
Amazing.
Which is always... So whether you like or don't like golf, it's actually just an entertainment show in the end of it.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Normal golf can be a bit dull to watch for a long period of time unless you are a true golfer and just obsessed by golf.
It's like test match cricket, isn't it? You've got to be an avid fan.
Yeah, and it can be quite slow and it can be quite boring and unpredictable sometimes. But this is always literally like a
we were
full-on frenzy.
Was it 12-5 up? Yeah, 12-5 up on the singles day on the last day.
Yeah.
And if you win, you get a point. If you square, you get half a point. And we only won one of the matches. And then all the rest, some of the rest. So it was super tense. And then poor old Rory was getting
But the 3 days, it's over 4 days, isn't it? Is that right?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3 days.
3 days. So it's quite a whole thing. And we were winning. Europe were winning...
Oh, it landslide, yeah.
Smashing it. So, which was obviously riling. So, but obviously, last week, if you listened to last week's pod, I was ranting about the USA and various, not all Americans, some Americans being just utter knob cheeses, as I'm going to say. And then...
Wank stains.
This absolutely went stratospheric of arsehole Americans.
To the point where they had to bring in, was it US Marshals? No, what are they called? The ones with a little flat...
Not Mounties.
It almost looked like it.
Like that.
I don't know what role they are. Anyway, they had to bring them in specially. And then basically the players, if someone shouted something abusive, and not just loud, but abusive, the player would point at that spectator and then they'd get removed, taken out.
As it should be. I mean, golf traditionally is quite a gentleman's sport. And it's...
Well, Rory said a very good thing.
Rory
what he loves about golf is it teaches etiquette, patience, respect, and it does. When teaching Flynn when he was a bit younger, holding the pin for someone, waiting for someone, not being in their
There's
line.
lots of rules and regulations.
But it teaches you how to respect other people, but also
Etiquette,
trying to do that while you're pissed off, because you may have just done a really shit shot, and you've still got to keep your, not be jumping up and down, bending your club over your knee. So I that's what I quite like about golf.
And this Ryder Cup was just literally a masterclass in sports psychology, because the Europeans were absolutely smashing it. The Americans were doing everything in their power, the crowd, not the golfers, in their power to put them off, shout, literally abuse. It's not even sportsmanlike. So they weren't cheering when someone did a good. They were booing when someone came out. They were just.
Well, as the player said, normally before what happens is they're screaming at them, shouting at them, being pretty abusive, and there was a few personal.
His wife.
But this time they were actually doing it where they were standing over the ball, addressing the ball about to swing. And Rory a couple of times turned and went, "Would you please fuck off?" Which obviously riled the crowd even more. And then he goes and plays a brilliant shot. And Lowry was the same. And what's his name?
So he was working against what the Americans were trying to put them off, but actually it was firing them up.
Well, I think it worked when they were in teams.
2 days, yeah.
But then as soon as they went individual, I think they were just exhausted.
I think they were just drained, completely drained. I mean, Lowry, when he hit that last putt, was just absolutely drained. So go back, and there's loads of stuff to watch highlights of. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but if you didn't watch it, just go and it's everywhere. Pick up a few little clips because it is quite interesting.
But he said to his caddy as he was walking up the 18th, he played an amazing shot close to Lowry, close to the pin, and he said to his caddy, "This could be the moment of my golfing life. This is my opportunity to do something that I would never forget."
Yeah.
And I if you say that internally or externally, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, and you could just see the emotions afterwards when he was interviewed, not just the fact of winning, just the relief, literally just everything just like fell out of him, just all the stress, tension, everything, because it's just full on. I think because also they're playing in a team for Europe. Normally as a golfer, you're playing for yourself.
Yeah, that's
You're only playing for yourself. So the Ryder Cup is a team thing, and you're playing with people you would normally play against. And you're still playing against all these people, and you have to go and see these people again and play against them again. So it was just
brilliant theatre. It was good.
Yeah, entertaining.
Flynn loves DeChambeau. Well, my mum says she'd like to kick him where the sun doesn't shine.
That was her being polite. That was a polite version of what your mum said.
No, she did say kick him where it would hurt the most, I think was her line. He's just a brilliant competitor. If you actually watch what he does, he didn't do anything rude, or he's just proper competitor. He walks around like a silverback if he's played a good hole. I mean, he was never winning all the way through, never winning against, who was he playing? Rose? No, Fitzpatrick. He was like 5 down at one point. So talk about sports psychology. It'd be 5 down, and then it was all Europe, and then he came back, which is huge. So because he didn't score very well early in the weekend, but yeah, it's brilliant, as you said, the sports psychology of it. It's like, wow. Just
how they do it. And it is a mental game, as physical, obviously you're hitting the golf ball and you're walking and all that sort of stuff. But it's a skill and control game. So like for having to have all that control for 3 full days.
And you have time to think.
With all the other stuff going on. And yeah, anyway, so if you don't like golf,
watch the highlights.
But go and watch some of the highlights because it's just entertainment value in all the respects. And actually see some of the clips of the European team on the bus. That was quite funny. They basically literally look like a bunch of hooligans like chanting and shouting, just because you normally see them very serene and very controlled only on the golf course. You don't see them like let rip behind the scenes because normally they're just on their own, whereas as a team, I mean, it was literally just, it was brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
And taunting Trump as well, which is always fun. Always fun. So yeah, busy weekend, and then we were at a lovely 50th at the Ivy and Tower Bridge.
Yeah.
Mark was the only one of 3 straight men there.
But you know how you can tell a heterosexual and a homosexual? I didn't know this.
Is this
before
an
this
actual
weekend.
fact?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know this before this weekend.
Okay. Who told you this?
I worked it out.
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm very bright and
You
intelligent.
decided this, have you?
Myself. Mm-hmm. And another heterosexual. I didn't make this a full survey and speak to the only other heterosexual there. we couldn't fan-flack. Is it flacking you called it?
Fan-flack. Yeah, but I couldn't. I'm not a gay woman, but I'm like...
I'm talking about gay men. It's
okay.
So all the gay men could flick out. You
No,
do it.
we
You
got
can do
fans.
it.
So, for example, we got given to, like on the table you get little gifts things. We got fans, and they're massive ones. And mine says economy sluts. They all had different things on.
But you do your flacky thing.
I've got to remember how to do it now. I've got to talk.
Yeah, I can't do that.
So good.
So all the homosexual men could do it, and women, it seems. Oh, that's very noisy.
Yeah, but it's really good.
It's just been deafened.
Sorry.
So if you ever need to test someone.
I bet you could do it if I taught you. You just didn't. I was trying to do it the wrong way around.
But these guys seem to. Maybe they just play with fans all the time. But there seem a few. The guy next to me, David.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, first time." I went, "Oh, fuck's sake." So it's obviously it's a homosexual heterosexual thing. So if you ever need to know, just hold a fan, give it to them, and say, "Can you fan flack?"
So if
and
you're
if they can't,
if you can't work out,
what happens if they think they're homosexual, can't fan flack, and then they realise all this time they've got it wrong, and they
so
like.
if I give you a fan and you can do it, does that mean you're gay now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I'm gay now because I did. Was it just men?
Men.
Okay.
Sorry, we're being sexist.
Okay. But yes, I love.
So it was a very nice overlooking Tower Bridge. It was a beautiful setting, wasn't
Sorry,
it?
I'm going to stop now.
It was overlooking Tower Bridge. Beautiful. Yes. Very nice.
Private dining.
And we felt very privileged to be in his inner sanctum. So
I got to sit next to the birthday queen
I've never been in Daryl's inner sanctum.
The birthday queen himself.
Oh, yes. It was very nice. It was very interesting. Different types of people that we normally
Yeah, I love meeting new people.
Do you? Sometimes you say you don't.
Well, in that environment where you've got time to actually... fun new people, shall I say.
Right.
Most of them were a lot of fun.
Yes.
And chat. And
there's
a lot of flirting going on. A lot of flirting. Not flirting, but just flirty-ish.
Flirting. If a heterosexual male did that, you would call it harassment. You would call it harassment.
No, flirting with... It's just sort of... I don't know, it's just a different
But it's funny, when I'm chatting,
behaviour.
So I'll be chatting, and to get my safety down, I'd say, my wife is here, Susie, my wife. I'd mention it about 4 times.
Well, some guy came arrived at the evening bit, and we were in a little cocktail bar, and he said, I was chatting, he said, how do you know? And I said, I pointed to like Rachel and Joe, and he said, is that your girlfriend? I was like, no, that's my husband. But literally like, that's my husband there, that one. He's not gay.
But I'd say, you could hear, I'd say it to people, a girl, my wife, and you could see they're like, oh, heterosexual man, there's a challenge.
Or like, and just walk away.
Yeah, maybe. But
hilarious.
Yes, it was very nice.
Very fun. Very, very fun. My feet hurt though. I made the wrong shoe choice.
You changed them.
I know, but I should have just worn my other black boots.
So I said that, didn't I?
My chunky ones, not the heel ones.
I said chunks.
No, you said the other ones.
Oh God, I'm terrible.
There was 3 choices, and I went with the glitter because I was feeling like I needed a bit of glitter. And
but I don't think you were quite on form because you actually wanted to leave before me.
Not because that sounds like I didn't want to be there.
No, it's because you were a bit knackered.
So tired. I never get like that. So tired.
You really wanted your bedroom.
I had been there since. Well, we left home at 11, and it was full on from like 1 through till what time did we leave? Just for 10.
10,
it was like being at a wedding, when it's just like all day loveliness. And I just by then, and also the music for me, it was very clubby, very. You needed to be having some substances to
Not
get you
necessarily,
through.
Susie.
It was very sort of backgroundy, jazzy, clubby stuff, and it's not really my vibe.
Oh, I disagree. I think
if I'd had, me, if there was dance music that got me going, I'd be on the dance floor dancing with someone. But there's
plenty of people to choose.
Plenty of people to dance with, and that's what I was slightly disappointed.
So when we got to the cocktail bar, whatever it was called, we were told that we were sharing it for the first part with a cheese and wine party. Whether we heard it wrong, it was actually a wedding party who, bizarrely enough, were then going to the place we were at for their dinner afterwards.
So it was like this tiny little cocktail bar, and we were like...
Sorry.
Go on. No, I was just saying there was only about 15 people in the wedding party.
Yeah, it wasn't big.
And all the gay guys were just lusting after one of the
But he never smiled.
Party.
He looked the most miserable, because we thought he was the groom. We were playing Guess the Groom, which is always a good game. And the groom was the guy that looked like he hadn't breathed out for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
He looked like he was wearing a corset.
And
then the gays were very upset with the woman's dress because it was very informal. It was a white dress. Bride.
Yeah, but it was quite 60s. I thought it was quite cool because
Yeah.
he's obviously going in a quite informal
But they
wedding.
were very upset because
wasn't
they
like
obviously they love to glam up.
It was a bit more, but they thought it was a bit plain. I think that was the thing. But it was
Yes.
very simple.
But they were
shorts,
very upset.
very 60s.
And then very upset when they found out. Well, the guy we were watching, the guy who didn't breathe out, put his hand round and touched her ass. And so I said, well, that's the groom. And they went, not necessarily. Could be the brother. I went, what?
What sort of family do you live in?
So,
What?
yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, and they were all like lusting after each
Grumpy
other.
pants.
Yeah.
He was grumpy pants. He was just grumpy.
I
They
think
all
he's probably
said,
scared. You lot
no,
staring at him.
They were
all
all
the
saying
time.
he's definitely gay. That's why he was uncomfortable. Because he had to hide it from his wife or girlfriend.
Okay.
So there we are.
It was very interesting, very enlightening, different group of people. It was brilliant. So that was our weekend. It was a very, very busy weekend.
I went off a bigger pole. Not that night.
Was that night?
No, that was Sunday.
Actually, just going back to that briefly, not about poles, but there was a lot of very tall, three very tall men in there.
That came later.
Two came later. One was there.
say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very tall, unbelievably tall, and there was quite a few comments, quite rude comments.
Oh, were there?
So I was standing talking to one.
But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, I think he was just a bit more like overwhelmed by the size of just the whole person.
Who was?
One of the guys I was briefly chatting to.
Oh, was he?
Who had to point out that you're my husband.
Right.
It
Right.
was very nice, but there's a lot of sex talk with gays.
Yeah.
And there's different types, I think. There was like the party gays and then the sort of
So I was chatting.
slightly more normal, subdued.
I was chatting to one guy who was very open about taking Monjaro and had lost about 10 kilos.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the big things that they're saying with the Monjaro or Ozempic or whatever is it affects libido.
Right.
And as a gay man, they seem to be always horny. And I know I'm making a kind of generalisation. So
Well,
I
the
did.
ones we met
I did
anyway.
ask him that, and he said, "Yeah, maybe a little bit, but nothing major." So there's a lot of talk about that at the moment. I was
Does
like,
that just put people off, maybe? Anyway, sorry, back to your big pole.
yeah, I went off a bigger pole on Sunday, which was good.
Mark went to pole vault training. Let's just put it into...
There's always a bit, because I've got a competition next week. Next week.
Are you doing competition next week?
I'm going to Madeira.
That's not next week.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, end of next week. It feels 2 weeks' time.
It's not. 10 days.
Okay, 10 days.
And so then you get, it's a bit like anything, isn't it? You suddenly go on to something new and you're like, oh, what am I going to be like in a competition?
Have a change. Can I change it?
I mean, potentially, if it goes right, it means I jump higher, which is good. But yeah, it's just fully committing and going for it. So yes, I've got a new pole. Well, it's an old pole that I've buffed up.
You're reusing.
I've rebuffed my old pole.
Recycled your pole.
It's very
That
nice.
one of the actually going back to World Athletics about poles, the knob things on the end. What are they called?
Bungs.
Bungs. Some of their bungs were very big.
Well, Essex do a pole. You should know.
We met some lovely Essex boys at the weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. There's a pole brand called Essex Pole, which
Right.
apparently recoils slightly different. So a lot of the top athletes like them because it gives more flick back when they straighten. But they have these massive red bungs on the end, which makes sense because the smaller bungs, as you grind them into the pit, they wear
We're
out
using a lot of rude word, grinding and bungs and
into
poles.
my pit, into my hole. I might be gay.
What do you mean might be?
Oh.
You went to boarding school. It's
Yeah.
an absolute necessity, I'm sure. Anyway, let's talk about something very highbrow and educational.
Oh.
University Challenge.
Oh my God.
We watched University Challenge.
So Monday night, which Flynn it takes a piss out of us because it goes Mastermind, like the general knowledge round. Then it goes Only Connect, which we haven't watched for ages, which is really quite
I
bizarre.
can only do one section of that.
Oh yeah,
And
the missing
vowels.
words,
Missing
vowels.
Sometimes I'm good with words.
And then University Challenge, and we said we'll turn it
The
off.
challenge with University Challenge is to be able to remember what the question is by the time they finish asking the questions, and then try and answer it. That is the challenge.
So we challenged ourselves to get 3.
Well, I think one would have been good.
We didn't.
No, well, we turned it off because just halfway through the question, I'm like,
And then
I can't remember.
And there's
the
a new
beginning of
game.
the question.
There's a new game. Who would you snog from each
Oh
team?
no, that was your game. Oh my, well, you had a right old.
Well, there was
Probably
only
that
one woman in each team, so I
said,
didn't
well,
have
you
much
could've-
choice. Well, I
It doesn't
couldn't.
have to be a woman.
No.
Come on, let's just broaden your horizons.
Yeah. So the team from Saffron Walden or whatever they were called.
Saffron London, Strathclyde.
No, and the
Harper
agriculture.
something.
Harper Adams.
Something like that. Or Harper
First
Allen.
time an agricultural college had been on it. I can give you all sorts of
But those
facts.
two of them, I was like, what's that got to do with agriculture? One was doing...
Automotive engineering or something.
Okay, that makes sense. But there was another one who's doing something completely...
It started with an E.
Which I thought was to do with words.
No.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, God.
Anyway, we didn't even understand half of what they were saying, what they were talking about.
And we didn't get 3, so... I mean...
Normally we can get one if there's a little bit of, like, anatomy, physiology stuff, or music, or, like, modern culture.
Yeah.
But anything...
Sport, yeah. Might have a chance.
But anything else was just, like... No.
Amazing intellect. Also amazing ability to remember.
Well, to recall facts, isn't it? They've obviously got that knowledge, or they've read it somewhere. And that... What I also find hard is I can't look at the person when they're talking with a question. I have to, like... Because if I look at them, I get distracted by...
Shiny things.
The visual of that person. So actually, if I was on that show... So one of them was looking down. He looked like he was just on his phone the whole time. But I think he was just looking down to listen.
Might have been texting his mate.
Well, exactly. Or the other one was... I don't know how they look at the person and they're talking and they're recalling and then they stop before he's even got to the end of the question and they're conferring, chatting about what the answer is. So I was like, no, that's like talking on... I can't talk on the phone when there's like other people in the room.
Oh, you don't like that, do you?
It's too many things. Visually, I get distracted.
What if you close your eyes?
Well, that's why I have to not look at them.
Well, why don't you just close your eyes?
But then that would look really weird. What, close my eyes when I'm on
Like
the
that?
phone? I might fall over from walking.
Well, you stop walking. You've got a lot of rules, haven't you?
It's not rules. It's just things I need to do to help me function better.
Oh.
You see? So, yes, University Challenge. If anybody can answer a question on that. Has anybody been on University Challenge?
Well, lots of famous people have.
No, I know, but listen to the podcast. Because we're similar level of intellect.
I don't think South Bank Polly ever made it. And you didn't go to uni, so that's your done.
No, I don't mean us. I mean Sandeep.
Don't think, no.
Well, I know I haven't been on it. And I know you haven't been on
do I know any of my...
Any of your
bright
schoolmates?
friends? No, I don't think so.
And I'm asking out to the wider audience. If you've been on University Challenge, you listen to this, please let us know. Because we'd like to know we've got some very high intellect.
Yeah, they won't be listening to this then.
Yes, they will.
Okay.
Yes, it's similar. It's very similar.
Nice.
Very similar. And the other funny thing, well, we were driving and your Waze, if you use Waze, we use Waze, don't we?
Yes.
And you put Waze on all the time to let you know because you needed to know about speeding.
Because I've got 9 points now.
Yeah, which is just a...
The amount of people that must have 9 points from 20 miles an hour. Twice I got done for going 24. I fucking hate the government on certain things. I just think... I mean, trying to run the nation must be a nightmare, but come on, guys. There's people out there doing some really fucking terrible things, and I'm going 24. In an area that hasn't got schools, hasn't got side roads, and you're like, you're just purely doing this as a financial... It's like that yellow box that's in Kingston.
Yes.
And they've designed the light so you get stuck on it.
Yes.
And the amount of people we know that got tickets, and you're just like... I'd just like to get the counsellors and fucking bring them in the gym for an hour. That'll shut
All right,
up.
okay, and breathe.
No, it just does my head in.
Yes, I agree.
Pay all your money, pay all your taxes, all that shit, and you're getting fucking rammed up the arse. Sorry, back to Saturday again. I hate it. I really want to just...
No, I agree with you. I'm just laughing at you ranting.
Makes me so angry. There's good people out there just getting absolutely
Exactly.
shafted. I was speaking to Tobes and, you know, the autumn budget, businesses are getting screwed, national insurance, everything's just like, oh, give us a break.
They make it really hard for people who want to do
I'm going to
good
become a
things.
drug dealer.
To do good things, to continue doing good things.
I'm either going to become a pimp or a drug dealer. What else could I do? Make a bit of money.
Rob a bank.
Oh, yeah.
Although have they got any money?
So yesterday...
Do banks actually have money in their vaults still?
That's true.
Because
So yesterday
everything's
I
digital.
had the 4 athletes in who were all rapid young athletes. Anyway, this guy poked his head in the door and you saw him look down because they keep their stuff
Which is
in
why
the
I always
reception.
move things away
No,
from the door.
we loved it. We thought, what a challenge. Go on, son. Go on, pick one of those up because you've got 2 people that can run 10-4, 10-5. So Jamie Bolsh, who's an ex-British 400-metre runner, some people will remember him, he got... I don't know if this is an urban myth, but he got pickpocketed once after the European indoors, which he'd won. And the guy took a bag off him, and the running joke is that I'll give him a second. So he let him go for a bit and then chased him down. Brilliant. So these guys were. I just turned to them. I went, "Go on, I dare him."
Well, no. What was that? Hunted, that program that had you and
Thomas
on it. And I know obviously he's a bit older now. 50? Is he 50s? Early 50s?
Yeah, it must
maybe?
be 50 now, maybe.
And he'd basically hid in the bushes waiting for the helicopter to come, and then the hunted people, specialists were like found him, and then he started to run. And I'm like, I know he's, not in his prime, but however, he's a trained Olympic athlete. And I thought, good luck to that guy. Yeah. That was quite funny. I mean, they're running on sand or...
No, it was very good.
Sand dunes or something, so it wasn't nice, but he made it, which was quite funny.
How did we get onto that?
Anyway. Ways.
Oh, yes.
You went off on a rant about speeding. So your Waze, so you put your Waze on to tell you when it's a camera and...
Yeah, all the usual
speeding stuff. But it's just very annoying, again, American...
But now we've changed it, which was a great idea.
So you can change it, apparently. Someone told me that you can change it for a voice. I think I had Boy George for a bit, just for fun.
And then we've changed it to Alison Felix, who's one of my track heroes.
Yes.
Who's a lovely human being. But she goes...
Yeah, but it's obviously like an AI version of their voice.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. So we're coming up to a roundabout. She goes, please take the third exit. Oh, I got 3 Olympic gold medal, 3 Olympic silver medal.
I was like, shut up.
Well, it's fine. The first time you're like, oh, there's go. But then obviously every time you come to a roundabout that you're taking the third exit.
But they say the same thing, don't they? It's like the speed camera. It's like, yeah, and if I were you, if you were me, if I was you, I could just get be like a cat and fell through. And you're like, shut up.
So yes, I need like a sarcastic Englishman.
You're like, right, old geezer.
Yeah. If you get spotted, shoot them.
Just like, run. Do a runner.
Do a runner, mate.
Yeah, so that's weird.
I need to change it again.
Yeah. I thought Alison Felix might be like your thing, but no.
I might go like a really weird language so I can learn it. I might go French.
Well, go French. So you can do French. There's so many choices.
Oh, brilliant.
So many choices.
Life is amazing sometimes.
There's just so many choices. And then we've had Ziggy has been her usual annoying self. Yesterday,
she's quite fruity.
Yeah, yesterday I was here and I was sitting at the table doing some work, pretending I was looking at my computer, and I suddenly let me spit it out again. She has 2 different areas she generally sits, and then she's got one little bed, and it's right at the other end of the kitchen. And I could hear she was like humping her bed, which is quite a normal occurrence.
Good girl.
Every now and then.
Yep.
And then suddenly, the next thing I knew, her bed was literally the other end of the kitchen. So she's basically humped her bed along the kitchen floor to the door.
Good girl. Good girl.
And it's like, it's not just like once or twice, it's like a frenzy.
She got very fruity with her wet, dirty spaniel today.
Wet, dirty spaniel? Is that her preference?
Well, there was Boy and this was Butch, I think.
Okay, it sounds like Saturday Night all over again.
Butch Cassidy. Oh, Robert Redford.
Yeah, Robert Redford. He's one of your heroes.
He was ginger. Here we are.
A little while ago. Was that last week? Was that week?
Yeah, or maybe a week before. Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of your favourite films, isn't it?
Yes, brilliant film. And the soundtrack's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yeah.
Oh, and I had a bit of a hair thing. I went and had my hair coloured last week.
You look Toya Wilcox.
So we've gone a little bit redder, I you can tell. Reddy brown was the ideal, and I get the same hairdresser. She's brilliant, and nothing has ever happened before like this. And I went there to put the colour on, and we washed it off, and obviously got grey roots. Obviously.
Have you?
Apparently, I have grey roots. Who knew? And where the roots were, when we washed it off, it had gone orange.
Yeah, I should have kept it. A teenager.
But not like just Albany colour.
Proper orange.
It was pretty orange.
And why was that? What was the reason?
I don't know. It was just she thinks maybe it was the colour was put in the wrong box or something because it was too orange for the colour that they.
Oh, I see.
They put in. So it was just a little bit of a bit like, oh, okay, I've got orange hair now. Just the roots though, just here. So I said if it was like the ends or something, I wouldn't mind, but here, not so much. So we fixed it. They fixed it. We put lots of different things on. I was there for quite a long time because it's supposed to be quite a simple...
You're normally there for quite some time.
Well, no, just do roots doesn't take that long. It's just you have to sit there for ages and I get really bored. Because I can't wear my glasses because of the colour here.
God,
so you need those little glasses just sit on your, or like a monocle.
Get your monocle.
Normally I'm chatting and sorting things out.
Really?
Well, I recruited a new client for you, thank you.
Yes, and he came in
Thank
yesterday.
you. So it helps. It's networking. I do a lot of networking when I'm in there.
You're very good, you and your jawline. Well, that's good, isn't it? Having a jawline. If I said you didn't have a jawline...
Well, it's not my jaw, is it, that's doing the recruiting?
Okay, it's the voice that comes out.
And my brain and intellect.
Nice, new glasses.
New glasses, obviously, we worked. We talked about that last week. We can't talk about that again.
Oh, I've got Mark's bits.
Have you got Mark's bits? Come on then.
So it's quite... So I obviously coach lots of juniors, and I don't believe that any kid should step foot in a gym before about, some people say 11, but I'd say a bit 13-ish.
14, yeah.
And you want them to do lots of different sports. But the biggest myth, and I actually got to the bottom of it today listening to a podcast, is the biggest one when people say kids shouldn't lift weight because... What happens when kids lift weights?
Injure themselves.
No.
Oh, stunts their growth.
Stunts their growth. And I've been trying to research this. Anyway, I was listening to podcasts and they brought it up today. And the only research paper they can find is based on a study done on Chinese kids who were put in a workforce, we're obviously talking back in time, 8-year-olds, who were shorter than the non 8-year-olds that weren't put into a workplace. But obviously the big thing that they hadn't taken into account is these guys were nourished. So they won't grow. So all this talk about damaging growth plates where the end of the bones are growing is a complete myth. It's a complete myth. And then as this guy was saying, you know, if you're talking about, the damage to joints and the potential damage to growth, which is a myth, in a gym, if you're teaching kids to move properly and so on, you compare that to high intensity gymnastics or ice skating, the forces in that are far more, and the loads and the volume that they do.
That's why they're so short.
Yes, well, it's a myth. So
unfortunately,
you were malnourished.
I was malnourished.
Your diet was absolutely shite.
Tomato ketchup sandwiches.
Unbelievable. I would have smacked the crap out of you.
Well, it wasn't just me. Let's just...
Right, well, you shouldn't have been
the
allowed
environment.
But yeah, so all of the parents out there, so we often get that when people go, are you lifting, you're doing overhead lifting or putting force through the spine. I completely get you will make sure that they want to lift properly in a good neutral spine position, blah, 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 teach them the foundations, how to move. But this myth of reducing their height, no, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, evolution with better education on food and nutrition and things like that has made everybody evolve. If you go around and look at historical little old buildings, the doors are tiny because we've grown as time has gone on because we're better nourished or better.
There is that kind of
not so much now.
Survival of the fittest almost. People tend to, the stronger will survive. So if someone is perhaps frail, their genetic code will not be passed on, if you see what I mean.
Well, I'm all right then.
Yeah. But
live forever.
And then the other one is sarcopenia, which is a flashy word for muscle loss. So everyone...
You should go on University Challenge.
Yeah, if there's questions on that, I'll be all right. So
what is sarcopenia?
The big reason for early death is sarcopenia, muscle mass loss. We've talked about it. But so the importance of maintaining muscle mass. Everyone talks about body fat. So people say
muscle wastage. Is that a...
Same thing, yeah.
Yes, so
yeah, just losing muscle. So, yeah, as we age, the importance of strength training. And that's
back to the whole jabs again, of lots of people don't eat, don't change anything. And for me, that's exactly what would happen to them.
Yeah, so any good sports doc or any doc that's giving out Ozempic or Mounjaro or any of these GLP-1 markers, whatever, appetite suppressants, then my advice to that client is before they do it is to get their body composition taken. And when they start taking it, keep taking their body composition. If they start to notice muscle loss, you're going to look thinner and you're going to feel better, but you're going to end up at 70 in a hospital bed because you've got no muscle mass.
Exactly. It's like that heroin chic of the 90s, early 2000s, where people just trying to look like they haven't eaten for like 3 years.
See?
I don't like that. I'm going to harp on about it again, but I like the fact that people can use it to help them.
Well, that's why the women's rugby was such a
But
success.
I don't like it when people look like they're a heroin addict.
But yeah, so I think I still haven't read that article your brother sent through about.
Yes.
I'll do that. I'll listen to it. But yeah, so the myth of kids stunting their growth by lifting weights. Poo pants.
Poo pants. Officially
Poo pants. And then sarcopenia. Flashy, like to show off because I didn't get many O-levels. Jesus. Oh, I did do one GCSE. And sarcopenia. Muscle mass. We keep going on about it, but just do something. It's all about the intensity. It doesn't matter what you do, but if you're lifting something, make sure it feels about 8 out of 10 when you finish that set or reps.
Yes.
And you're like, ooh, that worked. Doesn't have to be 10 out of 10. Wallop.
Job done.
Wallop.
Nice. Well, I'm going to do a Suzie shout-out this week. I haven't done one for ages. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to do a Suzie shout-out to, well, there's quite a few on this. The Women's World Cup rugby team, thank you.
That's a lot to shout out.
What, the whole team? There's just one shout to the whole team, everybody involved. Brilliant job. And also to the organisers of the Women's World Cup, because I think they did a good job and everybody seems to have had a lovely time.
Yes. And the sales of cowboy hats have gone up.
Yep. And a special big shout out to Ruby Tui, because she's brilliant as a pundit, presenter.
What does she do when she's not commentating?
I'm not sure, but there's two funny stories with her. One was they went to meet King Charles at the palace, and there's a whole lineup of them. And
this was a couple of years ago, a bit more. Was he Prince then? Was he Prince or King?
No, there's two where they all hug him, but there's one they've just shown a clip recently. I think this was recently, where they thought they would be told, the etiquette and what to say and what to do. Anyway, he comes in and they don't realise, and he goes up to shake hands with her, and she says something like, "Oh, all right, mate," I can't remember what she says, something like, "Are you good?" like that. And he says, "Yeah, I'm good, thank you," like that. And she's, "Oh, great, bruv," because she always says bruv after everything. It's just like she's being into. I think Gabby Logan's chatting to her on an interview. And she's like, "Oh my God, what was I thinking?" She's going, "What did he say when he said bruv?" She went, "I don't know. I just thought there'd be like a whole, you'd be taught what to say, what to do." And then he literally comes in. We go through all these rooms. It's like going like in Harry Potter. So he goes through all these different rooms, these big halls. And he said, "We're in this end room." And then he just comes in, from a door behind us. And I'm just like thrown in the deep end. I don't know what to say or what to do. Should I just be myself? So I think because she is just how she is.
Yeah.
And she's been brilliant and then she liked to post. It's very exciting. Amber was very excited.
Oh.
I'm sure it probably wasn't her. It was probably some of her media team. But I'm going to take it as Ruby.
I
reckon it was Ruby.
At the stage she has a media team.
Well, maybe for this she might. She might just have someone doing all her social media with her, because she's being filmed a lot out and about.
True.
So she's got someone with her. Filming her.
Okay.
Doing stuff. So she's been brilliant, because she's been going around London, being like a tourist. And some of the other female rugby players from past here who have been taken around, showing her Brixton, or showing her really sort of cool places around London, and
nice.
all over the country, because the venues were all over the country. So trying fish and chips and
flush and chops,
as she would say.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Ruby.
Nice.
And she has red in her hair. Maybe I should have just left it on.
Yeah. See.
She sprays that. I thought that was dye. She sprays it apparently.
Oh.
That's her thing.
Oh.
Being called Ruby, I think.
I get it now.
Did you get it? All right. Thanks very much, people. Have a good week, and see you next time.
Yes, please.
Bye-bye.